All right, Salaki, I got a phone call that came through. But let's read that again. Right? It says Aztlan mentioned in several ethno-historical sources dating from the colonial period, and while they each cite varying lists of different tribal groups who participated in the migration from Aztlan to central Mexico, the Mexica, who went on to found Mexico, or uh, Tenochtitlan, are mentioned in all of the accounts, right? It says historians have speculated about the possible location of Aztlan and tend to place it either in northwestern Mexico or southwestern United States, right? So they're not they're not privy through the spirit, right? Aztlan. Aztlan uncertain. One suggests meaning place of the herons, place of the egrets, Aztlan, Tatlan. It says other proposed diversions include place of whiteness, right? And Israel is going to be clean. It says at the place in the vicinity of tools, sharing, right. So, there you go. Nahua legends. Right, so I just wanted to get that right. So migrated from Aztlan. So Aztlan really is Israel. Okay? So now, let's go back to this right here. Right? It says, for reasons that remain unclear, which the reasons is what? Disobedience. They left their native homeland. Yeah, we left our native homeland, Israel, making their way to what would become their capital, Tenochtitlan, which is modern day Mexico. Everything turned against them and they became mortal, right? So the ways of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua are immortal, man. These are everlasting ways. This is the way that the law, statutes, commandments is the way that you can rule the earth forever, right? And it'll always work. The earth will always flourish. Everything will always be in peace when the law is established, all right, and executed perfectly, right? So because we disobeyed the Lord, right? When we came over here, they what? We fell under the curses. And even before that, we left Israel after the time of King Solomon, the split of the kingdom, right? We were under the curses, man, scattered, right? And everything has been even harder for us, right? The Lord no longer, just let things fall in your lap. Let me see here. It says, everything turned against them and they became mortal, susceptible to the elements and challenges of nature. Those are the curses, right? The curse. So here you go. In Aztec mythology, right? You have a reverberation of what's written in the scripture, the prophecies, man, right, that came to pass. And this is true. It says the Aztecs themselves searched for this lost mythic land, which for a Western audience can loosely, look, check this out, can loosely be compared to the Garden of Eden. Oh, there's a spirit. There you go. What is the Garden of Eden? Which is what the scripture says, the garden eastward in Eden. Eden come from the Hebrew word Idan, is paradise. The whole earth is a paradise, right? But in the earth, there's a favorite land of the Most High that flows with milk and honey, and it's the best land to be in, which is what? Israel. That is the garden, right? So it said compared to the Garden of Eden, which lets you know what? Aztlan is Israel. The so-called Issacharites or the so-called Mexicans are Israelites, right? You can see it in their mythology. Now, even when you read, because a lot of these different myths that are made up, they really come from the Most High. They might be distorted, All right, not the most, you know what I mean. They come from the scriptures. It may be distorted, but there's some type of similitude of truth in there, but it's diluted and polluted. You know, same thing with the languages of these different people. You know, it's all broken Hebrew, man, watered. You know, so there you go. But it was never found, and to this day, the exact origin of Aztlan remains a mystery. It's no mystery anymore. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, we know that that's Israel, right? It says, with many expecting multiple migrations from northern Mexico and southern United States between 1100 and 1300 AD. Right. So it says the intimate relationship between mythology and the natural world is reflected in almost all facets of Aztec society, and perhaps more than any other culture in their food too. Right. So there you go. Now, you know, that's what I, wanted to get. So this proves even more so that the so-called Mexicans are Israelites, amongst other things, man. Right? So I thought that was interesting, and I wanted to share that through this